Minister, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank Camille and her team for inviting me here for Eirmersive. I'd also like to congratulate the rest of the speakers, some wonderful projects there. And I don't know about you, but I was kind of hoping that David might break into some Nessun Dorma while he was up here, but maybe later on, yeah. Before I click in, for us, Sandyford Business District, we evaluated a few digital twins a while back and we settled on with RealSim. What we wanted to do and what we wanted to achieve, there were some buzzwords up here earlier on, like visualisation, build awareness, built environment. We're trying to strive to be the leading sustainable business district in Ireland. We're actually on 3 EU projects at the moment, multi-city approaches. To be able to do that, we want to bring all the people along with us on the journey. Those people are the residents and the businesses in the district, the local municipality and some other stakeholders as well. The easiest way of doing that is to show people. It's not to give them, a 2D plan or speak about what might appear. The best thing to do is to show them using technology. I'm not the most technical person in the room, there's lots of people. That's why we've got Gavin that's going to develop it. So I'm going to kick into this. I'm going to talk briefly through where Sandyford is, what it is, what we're doing with it, and there'll be a short video at the end. I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead with it. Okay, a brief introduction. I'll start with where Sandyford Business District is, in case you don't know. So Sandyford is, it's on the southwest of Dublin City. There we go, boom. Okay, you'll see this on the VR later on. It's only roughly a 3 square kilometre area, just off the M50. You'll see it here now. So it's bordered by the M50 and by the Lewis line, the green Lewis line. We've got 4 business parks within the business district. We've got Stillorgan Business Park on one side. We've Sandyford Business Park in the middle, Central Park, and we have South County Business Park, which is also home to Microsoft, MasterCard, the Leopardstown Racecourse. Here it is, highlighting them all up there. At the moment, there's currently 26,000 employees in Sandyford Business District. Now, obviously, not all of them are actually in the office at the moment. There's probably about 1,000 companies. Luckily enough, we have some really, really top multinationals that work with us on this stuff. Microsoft, MasterCard, Vodafone, Meta are there, Google are there, QE Telecom. We've also got nearly 6,000 residents in the business district. That's very, very unusual in Europe. We've noticed that with the partners we're doing. There's some stats flying up there now to show you where we see that population going to. It'll probably be up to 48,000 by 2028. So we've broken down our strategy for the next 5 years in 4 pillars. One of them is brand engagement. So again, that's the build awareness piece that you saw on Camille's video earlier on. We've also got other pillars in relation to infrastructure. Right, that's really, really key. And this is why we have the digital twin. It's going to show you the EU projects. There it is there. Sorry, I'm looking at this screen and it's Search and TX. So on the IB Green project, which is a multi-city approach, the whole goal of this project is to build green infrastructure in business parks. Luckily enough, we're not as bad as some of the other places in Europe. Heat islands are a massive thing in Europe, sealed ground, and obviously the temperatures, as we all know recently, have been massive, not in Ireland, but in Europe. But this tool allows us to show heat islands in Sandyford, as well as in Europe in different parts. So as you can see here from the actual detail itself, I'm going to tell you what it's made up of. So the digital twin is built upon detailed aerial and street level mapping, which gives it spatial fidelity and photorealism. The building and infrastructure models generated from the mapping are designed for real-time rendering, but can be used in any standard architectural or engineering software. And for this application, we're using RealSim's EnviroSim software, which is designed for ease of use by non-technical stakeholders like me, and can generate viewers for desktops, web, and virtual reality viewing, which you'll see later. This is now kicking into the actual digital twin fly-through. This is Sandyford Business District today. We did have some sunshine. So as you can see, the Lewis is running through the business district itself. So we're going to be able to simulate traffic situations, congestion. We're going to be able to manage traffic through this tool. We're going to be able to simulate flood. Although it's way above sea level, you've obviously got a lot of sealed areas. We'll be able to manage that too. What it will also show is we have gotten some information coming in from the planning websites. So we are able to show, visualise how the district will look if the planning applications that are currently in, that have been proposed and gone through and got full permission, how they would appear. So again, it's that visualisation piece. It's to minimise objections to any further development. You can see it here. So all these buildings that are popping up now, they've all got planning permission through On Board Planala. This is how they will look if the development goes ahead. The problem now is, as we know, commercial development is kind of stagnant at the moment. So we're currently working with the local authorities and national authorities to try and change that around a bit. This tool will help us show people how we can change these planning permissions into something else, whether it's residential, mixed use, etc., and create a community. This is the ideal 15-minute community here that everybody talks about in Europe. The space that's being highlighted here is part of our, this is the heat islands, by the way. It shows you how intense the heat is in a built-up urban environment. And that's in Ireland. Can you imagine what that's like in Athens? It's going to be a lot more red. So this here is part of our IB Green project. We will be, along with the council, CPOing those 3 buildings, and we will transform this into a 2-acre park. What you will see here in the image of the park is just a rudimentary drawing, but it allows people to see how this park will sit in its environs. It's right in the middle of all the brand new residential areas. That right there across from it was 548 apartments that were recently built. Before that, they're looking at 3 ugly buildings. They're ugly buildings. There's no taking away from it. Now they can use the park that was shown there. That's me. Thank you very much.